What is going on, everybody? Today we're going to look at the markets. We're going to look into the Nvidia chart, SPX, IWM, and NDX today, and Tesla. This is Mike, the tactical stock scalper. All right. So if we look here, the 20-period moving average, as usual, has kept price in check. Now, yesterday, we're going to zoom in here. Yesterday, we had a close below the 20 EMA. If today would have closed below it, and we still got an hour or so till the market closes, but if it would have closed below the 20 EMA, odds would favor a downturn. However, we're not closing above the 20 EMA. We're right back above it. If we close above the 20 EMA tomorrow, we would look for a move back up to all-time highs and maybe make a triple top up here. So let me show you this. Right, we have this double top right here. Okay. And it's looking like if we get a close above the 20 tomorrow, that we are headed right back up there to test that level. We'll have to wait and see, obviously, what happens. But we are kind of in a zone here. And let me show you this. So it's kind of been trading in a range, meaning SPX. It's been range bound here for quite a while, but still, it has still continued to go up, even though it is consolidating and it has been in a range. It hasn't been able to really break down through this range in quite some time, and we're looking for it to either bump its head up against where that double top is or possibly even break it and go higher. We did have a touch and hold right here the other day. Let me point this out to you. Right there. And the markets would have gone higher, or the odds would have favored the markets going higher, every time you have a touch and hold on a rising 20-period moving average, or any moving average for that matter, when a market is trending up. However, we had that PCI data or whatever the next day, and it came down, and then, as you see, is going right back up. These have been nothing but dip buy opportunities. Anytime the market has gone down since November, it's been nothing but dip buy opportunities. I'm still building small cash positions every month, just waiting on the inevitable, but keeping the majority of the money in the markets until we have a breakdown of the 20-period moving average for 2 days in a row. Let's go look at NDX. All right, NDX, again, is in its channel right here. And we talked about these buying opportunities when it gets down to the bottom of this channel. And you can see a few lines there. Let me show you. Right, we talked about this buying opportunity a few days ago when it got to the bottom of the channel, and if you bought there, you would be doing well as it's gone right back up. Looks like it's headed to the top of the channel. Will it sell off again, as it has, or will it break through the channel? We just don't know, but we talked about it at that point that it was going to go back up most likely to the top of the channel. Then I said, it'll probably sell off again, and it may, because that's what it's been doing until past history proves itself different and it does something new and unusual. That's all we can bank on, is it's going to the top of this channel, sell off again, and maybe come back down. One way or another, it's going to break out of this channel eventually. We just don't know which way it's going to go. Let's look at IWM. I bought some IWMY here, and I talked about this just the other day. Why did I buy IWMY there? Because it hit the $200 level, which has been support, and it's right in the middle of the zone. So I bought more, and let's see if it goes back up to the top of the channel again and see if it sells off. A lot of things are in channels and consolidating, so we know big moves are coming, but we just don't know when. They just keep floating around on their channels. Until then, buy at levels, and when it goes back up, you'll make money. Pretty simple. Let's go look at Tesla, and then Nvidia. So we've talked about this. Tesla creating lower highs and lower lows. If you wanted to get out of any Tesla type position, like I got out of all my Tesla type positions, I bought heavy here once it hit the top of the buy zone at 160, and then I sold it up here for profit. All my Tesla type positions I sold there on that day. We were looking for it to get above 180 and hold above 180. It couldn't do it, so I sold them all just for minor profits. Now, if you wanted to do the same thing, you had an opportunity here a few days ago. Tesla got back down to the 160 level right there at the top of the buy zone. That would have been a great time to load up, average down, get that price lowered, and then sell it as Tesla gets up. It looks like it's headed to this 180 level again. And will it sell off? I mean, maybe. Let me clear some of these lines. I just want to show you how this trend of lower highs and lower lows is just continuing. So let's remove. Ooh, I got a lot of drawings on here with Tesla. Okay. So you see all the lines there showing lower highs and lower lows, right? So let's kind of focus in on here on recent price action. Okay. We have a high here, right? We have a high here, which is lower than the previous high, right? And then we have a high here. So will Tesla finally break out of this lower highs and lower lows? We will have to see. I mean, it is consolidating really tightly in this level here. So something dynamic's going to happen. Will it be earnings here coming up in a couple, 3 weeks, right? We have this 180 level here, and then we'll say the 160 level. That's the top of the buy zone, so let's kind of move you down here. Put your buddy right here. There we go. So not the straight line, but you get the point. We're consolidating between 160 and 180. Just consolidating in his zone, and Tesla doesn't do this a ton, so something is happening. And right in his zone here, it's going to break out, and it will be a dynamic move, right? We're just staying in this zone. We'll have to see what happens if it eventually breaks out or breaks down with earnings coming up. You know, you would think it would break down, but who knows what earnings will say, and these things could rip up from there. Let's look at NVIDIA. Okay, NVIDIA has been in this buy zone, and I bought NVIDIA just the other day. If you didn't catch that video, I'll tell you why. Buy zone right there. See that bottom of the buy zone, the top of the buy zone is of the current zone is up here. Right, so I talked about this was the time right here. If you wanted to get in NVIDIA and you're waiting on a pullback, that was your time to buy as we got to the bottom of the buy zone. Since that point, NVIDIA and NVIDIA has done nothing but go back up as it's hit the bottom of this buy zone and got above the 20-period moving average. And it does, meaning NVIDIA, respect EMA. So if it closes again above the 20-period moving average here, you would expect price to go up and go to the top of this buy zone and maybe form a triple top up there a little above the 950 price tag. And there's going to be a dynamic move coming out of this area here. Will it be a breakdown or breakout? We don't know. But, you know, as long as it continues to stay bullish and continues to go up, you got to think the odds favor it going up. So that's why I'm buying at the bottom of these zones and waiting for it to go back up. Hope you enjoyed the content. This is Mike, the Tactical Stock Scalper, out.